Bro, Loach.
Live in the building.
In the building.
Yo, DJ!
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix.
You're in the mix with Not For The Weak Pod.
Welcome to commercial-free radio.
It's not radio, dumbass.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Let's make some noise.
On the train.
This show will begin.
Hey. What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. You know, it's the start of the week, so
That's why we call it Not For The Week. We're not
trying to get some things in order, getting ready for July 4th. And man, it's already July. Wow. This first 6 months have been a blur. Like, what? So,
Yo, bro, we started this almost a year ago.
yeah.
Next month will be a year.
So
Isn't that crazy?
it's crazy, man. I love it though.
That's crazy. But you know, July brings out, you know, the good barbecue, you know,
Yeah.
the cute girls, the nice weather, the good music. Hey, yo, Hob, let me ask you something, bro.
Yeah, what's up?
What's your favorite Nas album? I mean, would it be like
My
would it
favorite
be
Nas.
Godson or or maybe
My favorite Nas album was actually an album where he had some unreleased songs on it. I forgot the name of it though, but every track was like fire, like on that shit. But of course, I'm gonna go with his first two albums and the album like with fucking Ether on it.
oh, you talk about this album right here?
Yeah.
This one
Jimmy. Jimmy.
My man has been, yo, bro, what Tony said, do not get high off of your own supply. And this nigga's off that scissor and Cameron juice, nigga. Hey, yo, bro, look at this one. This is my favorite one. Yo, Godson, Cam's son. Yeah. Hey, yo. This dude is hilarious, bro. He's delusional. And I think he put his foot in his mouth and it's too far to go back, bro. So he's just like, fuck it.
Nah, I think he knows, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, he's doing it like for clout. You know what I'm saying? All right, I do get like some points of his, but you know, Nas is on another level, you know what I'm saying? He's more of like the business type now. He's making like fucking power moves like that. So Nas really don't put out like music like that. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy always has fucking try to put like fucking you know, like fucking, you know, like fucking songs up and has always tried to keep up like with the trends too, you know what I'm saying? So of course, like if you ask a kid, you know, do you know Nas or do you know who Jim Jones is? I mean, you know, but
Do you agree with anything Jimmy said? Can you see his logic on certain things that he was trying to put out there?
I just see his logic as to he's still making music as opposed to Nas is not really like making any music like that.
Okay, let me rephrase. Do you agree? Do you agree with his logic?
Do I agree with it? I mean, it's kind of hard for me to believe that nobody knows who Nas is, who Nasty Nas is, the lyrical professor. come on, nah.
The
Trust
barbecue.
me, trust me. If Nas was to come out with an Ether Part Two just to get at Jimmy, it it'll be ball game, ball
Mm,
game.
mm. But here's the thing about Nas. Nas has a Muslim fucking dude that did so many years in the pen. What he's gonna do is just be like, I love Jimmy. Nah, 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 nah. I love he's never gonna give you that light, because what that means is the giant has to awaken from his slumber after Ether. What was that? 2001, 2?
I mean,
Okay.
and Nas hasn't really done any music since, yeah, maybe
He's doing the
2010 to 2010, maybe.
he's
I
doing a little
mean,
here and there, but I mean, don't get it twisted. Like everybody's like, oh, well, what Jimmy got balling, and then that's it. No, 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 no. That Diary of Harlem, yo, that shit was something else. The honey dip, you had the shit with Trey Songs. You had a bunch of different shit. And
this,
Diplomats, I think, all right, so here's where I'm like kind of like fucked up in the game, because there was a point of time where the Diplomats ran the game for so long. You couldn't get away from a Diplomat song. Like, it was an era of the mixtape. It was D Block, Dipset, G Unit, and that
mhm.
was New York. Like, and I think for his era, for Jimmy's era, that was everything to him. You know what I mean? And I think he's just one of those old uncles that's telling everybody at the barbecue, like, nigga, he won the award for BET's club banger.
Listen, I like Jimmy. I do. I think he's dope. I think he definitely reps like for and for the NYC, and yes, he's definitely made like some steps up in fucking rap. You know what I'm saying? But there's just like everything else, there's just levels to this. You know what I'm saying? And
All right.
he's not on that iconic type of level as Nas. Listen, is Jay-Z, Nas, I mean, Ice Ice Cube, like Yasko put up there, Snoop. I mean, it's levels. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Jimmy's on that top tier of levels. He's definitely maybe B or like even C,
Young generation.
and like that doesn't mean that like he's whack, like in no way. It's just there's just different tiers and fucking levels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The homie Max said the younger generation just doesn't care about Nas. And uh, the same with like Jay-Z, as if he released an album and would flop, sadly. I don't think so. You listen, I think these people buy enough streams to be like, because yo, honestly, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. We listen, we don't judge. I've never been a Nas fan, right? He has singles. I could never, because I'm the one dude, right? I'm a younger New York nigga. I'm not an 80s New York nigga. I'm a 90s New York nigga. So I'm
Listen,
like DMX,
listen.
Pun, and then it goes to the Dipset and D Block and shit like that. But man,
I
I
was
don't know.
there. I was there when Nas first came out. When I first heard Live at the Barbecue. Okay, that was like nobody was rapping like that. Nobody. Nobody was using like those type of lyrics at that time. Nobody. And then when he did the, and then when he did the verse to back to the grill again, I mean, like again, he bodied that shit too. And then when he came out with, with his first album, I mean, everybody, I mean,
Yeah, the album is
everybody was rocking that. If like you had a dope whip back then, that shit was playing. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, he's got 9 platinum albums. 9.
Jimmy don't even got one. Jimmy got a
He don't
platinum
even got
single, bro.
one. He got a platinum single, which really is Max B's song. You feel me? It's not even his song like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
But
give it to him because you know what, Drake got a bunch of niggas out here that got number one hits.
And plus again, I love Jimmy. I love his fucking aura. I love like what he represents. Jimmy's dope, you know what I'm saying? But Nas he's on another level, bro.
Oh,
He's
another level.
on another level.
Now let me explain something. I have a brother, a blood brother, right? His name is Luch. This is the thing about Luch. Luch is a certified bullshitter. Everybody knows. But the thing about Luch being a bullshitter is that he could bullshit you, but yet he still brings out some shit. Like if he says he's gonna bring out some shit next week, it might be a couple months down the line, but he'll bring some shit out. He'll bring some shit out. But Luch is like one of those old time niggas where he's balling, he got a bad bitch, he does this, he does that, and he expects you not to Google fact certain shit, right? And my brother's good for that. See, that was good in the 90s, early 2000s, my nigga. Now you can ask Google, AI, Siri, everybody, whoever, and they're gonna tell you any information that you want at the fucking click of a fucking button.
Yeah.
So I think Jimmy kind of forgot that, and I think he could have finessed that shit. And it sounds good to the average person that's not gonna go do his research. But these blogs nowadays, bro, they're built to tear every word you say down. And boy,
And mind you, Nas sold all those records, and people had to actually go and purchase those records in the store.
by word of mouth.
In the store, no streams, no fucking Spotify, none of that. He's got people that actually went to Sam Goody, went to the Wiz, went to fucking, like the Music Hut. You know what I mean? They
And stood
actually
online,
bought.
bro.
They fucking stood online. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's different. It's a different. It's just like in basketball, man. You can't compare like the eras like that. You feel me? Like,
I mean, but this is like, look, this is like bro, this is bad. This is like, I don't even know. This is like Keith Van Horn calling out Michael Jordan.
yeah, I mean, Keith Van Horn was good.
Exactly.
You
He
know,
was when he was playing with Iverson, and he had to,
good.
and he had, yeah.
He's good.
He was a good piece to another piece that
Right.
the shit was decent for what it was in their era. That was it. Like it was just that.
Right. But
That's it.
Jordan is another level. I mean, hey. And it's not a bad thing to be Keith Van Horn.
Absolutely not.
You know what I mean?
That was one of my favorite players.
It's not a bad thing. You know what I
And
mean?
Jimmy went from the word, like, you know how you had your favorite like G Unit member and 50 and Buck and and the nigga Banks was always like your number one, and Yayo was always your last, right? Yayo never got better, right?
And
Jim Jones was the wackest member of Dipset. And after a certain amount of time, he became the best member of Dipset. It's a fact. In my eyes, anyways. I don't, you know what I mean? But niggas ain't putting out music. He's the most consistent, so I don't know. He's a little corny
because
too,
it's like
bro.
Cam, right? Like fucking Cam, he don't put out any music like that. You know what I'm saying? He's busy. He's he's making deals. He's signing multi-million dollar deals, doing like these podcasts. I mean,
It's not even a multi. Yo, the crazy shit is it was $150,000 deal, but it's the fact that he's moving on to something else that's lucrative for his future. He's not
exactly.
still going off of just Dipset and what they used to do and looking like the nigga's 49 years old. He's the 49 YN in NY, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, if Killer wants to come out right now, he'll do it. You know what I'm saying? But he's not on that type of time no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Jimmy, he likes to do, like his music. He likes to do his vids and his videos and his podcasts, and like his interviews and all that, which is dope. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to who's better, I mean, come on, bro. Like,
I
what
think
are
he
we
knows,
doing?
bro.
I
I mean,
think he knows too, but he's just trying to bring it out up in the open and try to just get some extra clicks on it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's just going off of the fact that of like right now, like Nas ain't putting out shit. He don't got no motion in the game. Even though that when they do it, because algorithm, bro, it's studied. So niggas can tell you how many streams you getting. The nigga Nas is getting more streams than this nigga a month. Like it's crazy, bro. It's
I
wild,
mean,
bro.
Nas has some ill fucking verses. You know what I'm saying? Like that song, like with AZ. I mean, come on, man. Like
Come
like
on, bro.
like a fucking
They
firm. Come on,
oh my
man.
god, the Firm album, bro. Oh,
Come on, man.
bro, the Made You Look remix, one of the hardest remixes in the world, bro. You put that motherfucker on, bro. They shooting. Oh, Made You Look. Now
Come on.
you just another slate to my page in my rhyme book. Oh my god, bro.
Nah,
I
man.
don't know.
Listen, like again, Jimmy's dope too, man. It's just it's just levels, bro.
Yeah, it's
That's
levels,
it.
man. It's levels, man. We're about to go through levels too, bro. We're about
Oof,
to go through levels too, bro.
Diddy,
Did he
man.
do it? Did he? At this point, I don't think it really fucking matters. That man is a freako, and that's all they got on him. It's like he's a freaky ass nigga with a bunch of freaky ass bitches, and you cannot be a freaky nigga and let your bitches go if you are a billionaire. That is what society is telling you. You can't have fun and have money.
It's like if if you got money, you basically have to just keep your circle as small as possible.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because once you start letting all these people into your circle, unfortunately, everybody wants to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So let's say if he gets found to be guilty, as soon as that shit is done, everybody's gonna want to get a piece of the pie, man, and they all are gonna sue. You, you know?
Yeah. Well, I know exactly how this is gonna go, and everybody's gonna probably think it's crazy, right? So, this is Diddy's first time, right? So when the DA doesn't have shit going for them, they drop charges. And when you go through this shit, when you're going towards the end of the trial, them dropping charges, it's a very great sign. It's a great sign. Here's the thing. Diddy is not an active felon, and he's not like, this isn't like he's been in this position before. He's going to get something, right? But when he gets it, it's going to be time served, or the remainder is going to be on house arrest, just because majority of the charges that they hit you with, and this is in real life too, they drop those shits. You could always weed out some charges. He's gonna get hit with probably trafficking or like prostitution or some shit like that. That's all they got. All that arson shit, everything is gonna be dropped. He's gonna have to do 15 months, maybe 18 months. He's already got 10 months in. When you're dealing with, he's not gonna be doing Fed time. He's gonna be doing maybe state time, if that. Sounds like county time for real. You go home on good behavior, finish the rest of your probation on house arrest, bro, for the next 2-3 years, and then boom, shakalaka, freak off, July. He'll be home by Christmas, the latest.
Nah, I think he's gonna do minimum 15.
Damn.
Yeah, because they don't have to prove everything. They could. All right, so when the prosecutor and the defense do like they final, like like their speeches or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty much like the jury just has to pick and choose from those 5 or 6 fucking charges as to what is he guilty of. He's guilty of something there.
Right.
He's not gonna be out free like that. Like, I mean, they could catch him with the.
But it's
with,
what you could prove. It's what you can guarantee prove where it's no reasonable doubt.
And I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know like exact like the fucking guidelines and shit, but he's gonna get some time. I mean, of course, I don't wish that on nobody. I hope not. But like the way that the trial went, and to be honest, it was a little bit over the place. Like there wasn't like one thing that it was, like official and fucking short shot. There was like a little bit of fucking everything, and like the jury just is gonna have to decide which charges stick and which don't. I doubt he's gonna be found guilty of all charges, because if that's the case, he's doing life. But I think he's gonna see something.
So here's the thing about the 99 or 95 conviction rate, right? It doesn't matter if they get your ass on jaywalking, sex trafficking, murder, kidnap, arson. It doesn't matter if they charge you with every fucking felony in the book. As long as you plead to one misdemeanor, the DA won.
Now, question for you. So, like the case is over right now. So,
yep.
Right? So, can the prosecutors go and say, hey, man, this is like your last chance, and we'll drop this if you plead guilty like to this? Can that that still happen?
Yes, that they actually want that, so you can actually work out deals with the DA. Like you have before you get to your trial, they'll give you 3 or 4 deals, and you'll
Right.
say no. You'll blow through trial, and right before decision, they'll be like, plead to everything, get no jail time, and face the rest of your life on probation. Or, you could face these charges and burn if you get found guilty. That's what they did with Thug. Like, they were like, yo, take these charges, admit to everything. You won't go to, you know what I mean? But the 15 years. Now, the trick is, can you walk off 15 years?
All right, but I'm saying that I know that like it happens at the beginning of the trial, but I'm talking like right now.
Yeah. Like right before they give they last deal, like right before they go to a verdict or some shit, they'll ask Diddy and his team, like, yo, do you just want to plead out to all of this and accept just 5 years, just get the easy 5 and you'll be home in 3? And and then you'll probably finish it off in probation or some shit. And they're probably like, nah, we'll take our chances in here. But I don't see Diddy do it. I guarantee you Diddy will be home before Grand Theft Auto 6. That could go either way. That could go either way,
I
bro.
mean, do you really think that Diddy is sitting there saying that he's gonna get off like scot free?
Pause. Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen. Yes. Here's why. I think with the doubt that they put in these people's head, and then you listening to it, because everybody's like, if you're a juror, the shit that you heard in that jury, you gonna want to go find out who the fuck is Diddy if you didn't know who Diddy was. And I think they put enough doubt to be like, these women were sick individuals that liked that shit and that wanted, you know what I mean? That was in a position to benefit off the shit. And yeah, like Diddy. We all know Diddy's guilty, but not for what they're charging him for. Now, if you were saying that Diddy was an abuser, Diddy was a drug dealer or some shit like that, maybe you could get somewhere. But that's not what you're charging him with. You're charging him with some RICO shit where it don't make sense. So, like you said, it's everywhere. So now, not only are you confusing the jurors, you're on some like, well, why are we really here? Is this what we really here for? So I think he might walk. Not scot-free, but yeah.
I mean, I think he's gonna get found guilty of those videos with Cassie.
He's not on trial for that. He's on trial for arson. He's on trial for prostitution. He's on trial for what is it? Over labor and shit like that. He's on trial for trafficking. He's not on trial for domestic violence. He's not on trial for, those things were just to make the image look bad. So now all you see is that. That's all you see. He's guilty for beating his bitch, but is beating your bitch fed time? I done smacked a bitch before. I don't think that's fed time, bro. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm just being real. I done did a couple months, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying Diddy is a sicko, but that is not a crime. If that's the case, the whole New York needs to be fucking locked up. Every prison needs to be locked up. Like there's sickos in everywhere. If he was openly bisexual, bro, this wouldn't be a problem. He paid to have secrecies that females let out. If he was an openly gay dude, he could have did this at parties and everybody would have just loved it and been a part of it. Openly.
It's Monday and the jury's already deliberating, right? So I'm thinking by Thursday.
Yeah, they not trying to be there for the
Friday?
4th. The judge made it very clear he is not trying to put off on his vacation, and you know.
Oh, and like the court like is closed on Friday anyway.
Yeah, bro. No, yo, bro. They closed the whole next week too. You don't know about these judges. These judges go on vacation Wednesday. So he's trying. I guarantee you this is done by tomorrow, if not tonight.
Because if not, then it's gonna go on all this week and next week. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna take.
We'll figure it out. It's gonna come real soon, Pause. No Diddy.
So,
But let me tell you something. He comes home in December. How do people act towards him? And does he have a freak off the night that he come home?
oh my god! Imagine that.
Yeah,
That'll be hilarious.
Come on, bro. Yo, bro? He's gonna have a freak off on the jet, nigga. You gotta remember, there's still niggas that still rock with Diddy, and money is money. Business is business, baby. He just got to do it a little bit more smoother.
Well, I got a question for you. So let's suppose like right now is 7:00.
Right.
Do you think like the jury is still like fucking talking about this, or is there like a cut-off time, or
I think they have to like really, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of white women. I think there's one black dude. So I think that they have to, and there's a lot in this, right? There's a lot of details that they got that they had to intake, right? Like, so yeah, you have to talk it out.
Does the jury get to go home?
No,
right?
No. So you already know when niggas is on. Niggas is like, yo,
be doing this by Wednesday. Latest.
Tonight. Fuck that. I gotta go home tonight.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, like for Diddy?
Honestly, if you listen to a lot of people, bro, he's innocent, bro. I mean, he's not innocent, but in this one, bro, like they fucked up. They just wanted to embarrass that man. That's all this was to embarrass him, shame him, cost him a couple millions, and then put him back out there and see if he survives, which you know he is. I guarantee you Diddy's gonna have a baby oil line with a sex pill, with a toy, and a whole, I'm telling you, bro, Diddy will be on late nights giving you Viagra pills. The fuck out of here. Diddy's a hustler, nigga. He's gonna do 15 months, finish the rest on house arrest. He got no bail. If you ask me, bro, I think this was all planned because he knew he was gonna have to do some time, so he might as well get his time served in right now. Because if he didn't do no time and he did get bail, it would have been worse on him. Yeah, that's my opinion.
I don't know. I'm just curious to see if like the jury is deliberating. Like,
I mean, think about it, bro. Cassie was on that stage, right? Cassie was on that stand for 3 days.
Right.
The first 2 days, they made her look like a real like saint. Like, oh my god! By the end of the second and on top of the third, bro, they realized she was the sick fuck that was conducting 90% of everything, bro. Like, it's crazy. Like, no. And then they asked her, like, did you love him? Yes. Do you still love him? I love the past. Like, nigga, wasn't you getting dicked down by like horses? Like, nah. Like the state's witnesses was like the defense's case. everything that they brought to the stand, bro, helped Diddy in some type of way. Like,
Mm.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting
Oh, it's already
because
interesting.
I think that like the outcome of this is gonna determine a lot of other like so, rappers and stars and shit.
But
Well,
they been knew about this. That's the thing that I don't get. Like niggas act like this is new to us. But you don't think niggas didn't know about this, bro? You don't think niggas live this lifestyle? You know Kanye does. You know what I
yeah,
mean? If you was partying with Diddy like that before, you knew. So it's not like all these billionaires and shit, they getting all caught up for the same shit. So it's not new. It's not like it's gonna be ill to them. It's just ill to us. It's a shock value to us. But you know what? As we're going through all of these sex crime court cases and shit, we're gonna be so demonetized to this shit that it's gonna be like, oh well, somebody's gonna end up starting doing porns like Diddy's, and then you know what I mean? Like that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a whole bunch of baby oil shit with a dude just sitting there in the corner and shit, and niggas is gonna just start watching it because it's gonna be called Diddy Freak-Offs. That's gonna be a thing.
well,
See what I'm
it's just
saying?
like
See what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's a business.
I know. It's just like the lawsuit now with Fat Joe and TA.
Yes, that's wild, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, damn.
Do you
He,
believe it?
um, I don't know.
I believe some of it. I believe some of it. I don't
Yeah.
like Joey, so I mean, I never really liked Joey. Joey's a weirdo. I didn't think that much of a weirdo, but Cloud is weird, bro. Cloud is weird. But speaking of Joey, bro, there was a situation with another Latino rapper, bro. I don't know if you ever heard of Mexican OT.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Actually, I like him. I like
Yeah,
him.
all right. So did you see the situation that went down with him where he called out somebody and was like, yo, I'm gonna say the N-word in front of the like, what the fuck we
Oh,
gonna do?
right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, here I'm gonna show you the clip right now. Hold on.
I feel like I can say it, but not because of that, and I'm gonna tell you why. I wish there was some black dudes in here.
There are. Will right there.
And there's one right here.
Not.
Okay, well we're gonna use him.
Okay, that's my manager. Hey,
Because me
Will.
and Fee know what's up.
Will, you're black. I'm playing.
What the fuck are you gonna do about it, you know? And then second of all, I grew up loving these motherfuckers. I grew up fighting with them. I grew up eating with them. I grew up fucking doing bad shit with them. I grew up loving with them. You know, I got family. And it's not even about family. Even if I wasn't related to nobody out black, I mean, well, shit, it's what the fuck I was surrounded by, you know? Like, I respect people that they feel that way, and that's why I try to shut the fuck up about it.
Right.
But if you're from where I'm from, or anywhere, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? You know, I
I have
I
mixed
mean,
feelings about that myself, bro, and I'm Latino.
uh, I mean, I get why he said, "Oh, that I wish there was like some black dudes in here," because like the way that he came off was like, he was just talking tough, like in front of the girls. That's one. Two, I could understand him like a little bit because that was probably like his environment that like he grew up in. It's just like me. I was born and raised in the Bronx. It was nothing but Spanish and black. You know what I mean? And we all learn how to live like with each other, and and like upon doing so, you know, we you know, like everybody called like each other bro, and like all of that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it makes it right, but like the like the way that like we say it is not to be up in a negative manner. You know what I'm saying? Like if I say like that word is, you know, like it's because it's like a term of like endearment like towards my brother.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, trust. Like this has been a topic for like a minute, but like again, if you're not from the Bronx or if you're not from for fucking New York City, you wouldn't really
Understand.
understand
Mm-hmm.
how things work over here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So of course, like to the outside, that from a person who lives in like Atlanta
Ohio.
or like Ohio, they wouldn't, they, you know, they just won't get it. It's just like me. I you know, like I don't know what goes on up in Youngstown, and I don't know how it operates over there up in fucking like Ohio and shit. And that's cool. You know what I mean? That's y'all thing. You know what I mean? But over here, Bronx, up in fucking New York, Brooklyn, you know,
Some
we
nigga shit.
we
Some real nigga
operate
shit.
a little bit fucking differently, and we were born and raised to fucking
Right.
talk like that.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? It's nothing negative, of course. Like the word, it can be used in a negative manner real quick.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for the most part, that's just us all living with each other up in these projects and up in these blocks, up in these hoods.
Right.
And if you ain't from here, man, you don't know.
Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand what's the difference between 170 in Third and 170 in Washington. Like
Exactly.
it's literally
It's
it's right. It's the same fucking block, bro, but it's not. It's a
yeah.
whole nother block, bro. You know what I mean? So, but here's the situation I have with that, right? That's like niggas coming to a house, right? That's like me coming to the clubhouse, and I just see nothing but females out there, and I already scoped the scene out. It's a pick and choose thing, man. I've learned that's a thing since prison and fake tough guys. Because 90% of these tough guys out here are really fake because they learned this pick and choose shit. You know what I mean? So he knew that there wasn't enough black guys for you to go and say, yo, I wish there was some of them in there. And why? It's the way that he's saying it. Now, here's the thing.
It kind of got me a little like
You
I'm not
too
sure.
tough. You too
Yeah.
tough. You too
And there
tough,
was
bro.
nothing but
Like,
girls there, and like the girls ain't gonna say nothing
bro,
like
I'm
that.
not the toughest guy, but even me, that I'm a New York nigga, bro. If a person say, yo, I don't really appreciate you saying that. With respect, bro. It's yo, I will explain the situation, and yo, out of respect, I will try my best, bro. I'm not gonna say what the fuck you gonna do about it because now you're insinuating, you're using it in a bad term, and it's like, yo, what are you gonna do about it? It's like, no, that's not the way you communicate. That's not the way you would communicate with a random. That's
Listen,
not.
it's just like me now. Now, you know, like I live up in PA. You know what I'm saying? So I'm real careful on how I speak
Yeah.
here. You feel me? Because
Yep.
I I don't want to say the word and then you look at me like crazy, like if I meant it like in a negative manner. Now, of course, when I go to, you know, way back home up in New York, I quickly turn into like the, you know, like the Bronx Hive. You feel
Of
me?
course.
Because that's how like my people's talk like fucking to me. You know what I mean? So, but of course now that like I'm a little older, I tend to watch like my words a little bit more. So I try not to, say that if I'm
Yeah.
not back home. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But
It's a different. You don't have you just because you switching up. It's a different. It's a time and place, man. You're not like I learned. I couldn't go to work and just be like, "Yo, my nigga." I can't. I couldn't do that.
yeah.
Can't
You
do that.
gotta,
Can't do
but
that.
but but I understand like what he was trying to say, like where he grew up, and from and from his peoples, you know what I'm saying? They a- a- accepted him to be down with them and talk like them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So me too. I was born and raised in the Bronx, my nigga, Watson Ave, bro. Like right in between Soundview and Bronx River. You know what I'm saying? It was black and Puerto Ricans and fucking Dominicans. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And we all learn how to live like with one another. You know what I'm saying?
We
And
share the
like,
same
and I
jokes.
have a lot of my fucking childhood friends who are black
Mhm.
who fucking know Spanish. All
Yeah,
fucking cuss words
bro.
and
I
shit
chilled with
because of me.
nothing but black
You know what I'm
people,
saying?
bro. Like, yo, bro. All my girls growing up was black. I had nothing but black friends. All my friends that slept over, they were black. Like, it's just that is
Nobody,
the
nobody in
culture.
the history of fucking Bronxonites have I ever heard, you know what I'm saying, that be used in a racist tone. Ever.
Never, bro, never. I
Never.
went. It's
Never.
when I went to prison in PA where the nigga was like, "Man, I don't appreciate you saying like nigga, like why?"
You
And
know
he
what
was
I'm
like,
saying?
"Cause you ain't a nigga, like what? Like that's crazy. Like what? What are you talking about? Like yo, bro, it caught me so off guard, bro. Where it was just like
Yeah,
I'm
and
not using it like that, bro."
exactly. And that person he don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, I think it
he
was. You know
don't
what,
know.
bro? Prison is a whole different. Prison is a. I guarantee you. First of all, Mexicans really don't like black people, right? Like that's a known fact. Like, and that's in the West, it's real bad with the Mexicans and
Right.
black. So I feel like because he's in Houston, it should just be more of a respect thing because the people and the Mexicans in Cali, they don't even say that word for real. It's either fool or vato or some other slang. So I don't know, man. It's just it's a culture thing.
Well,
You
he's
know,
from
Houston,
he he's from Texas. Yeah, it's from
Texas,
Houston.
somewhere in
So
Texas.
I mean,
That's the
again,
South. So
I don't know what's the environment like over there.
it's the
Like
Wild Wild West, bro. It's Texas.
it's
It's
Texas,
Texas.
so I'm sure
Texas is real.
there's there's a lot of Mexicans in there
Texas is his own rules, bro.
who grew up in the hood.
Right.
You feel me?
But my
So
thing is, bro, you know what? I don't like the pick and choose, bro. It's the pick and choose era, bro, and I don't like it, man. I hate it. I hate where people could see you and they don't like you doing it, but it's okay if this person do it and all that, man. I just don't like that, bro. Like,
yeah, like it's just listen, I've never been to Texas, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's real hoods over there, like crazy, dirty hoods too. You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah, yeah, yeah.
saying? And again, you are a product of your environment. And if that's what you was raised in, then that's what you're gonna be. You feel me?
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't think that somebody should judge it, but like again, to the outside person that's looking in who don't know any better, of course they're gonna take like offense to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what? Look at it like this. Nigga, you are in a position. OT is in a position where you have clout and you're in a position to get money, and people want to prevent that. People want to bring you down to their level. So you, as a Mexican, can create a whole war from your words. So, like, it's the same thing as John Moran and these guys. It's like once you get to a certain status, you have to hold yourself accountable to a lot of things. And that just the way that he approached that,
Yeah,
it could have been approached better.
I definitely would have chosen better
Approach.
approach and words. But as you can see in the video, he was high as fuck. He was still smoking. You know what I'm saying? And he was just
That's
letting words fly, bro.
yeah, that's fine. But you gotta also understand that your words can affect your next move. You are one of
Oh
the
yeah,
most dangerous career. You have the most dangerous career ever, bro.
yeah, for
You know, what I mean?
sure.
You're a rapper. You move around a lot, and your whole fan base is people that is not your real fans, bro. They love you right now, or
And I didn't check it, but I'm pretty sure that some other rapper had to try to respond
yeah, it was
to him.
Sauce Walker. I can get it for you, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was yeah. It's That's what I'm saying. Like that's the
You
pick
know?
and choose shit. You know what I mean? Where he goes and he says, "Yo, I fuck with dude, so leave dude alone." And then he goes back and he sees what he says, and he's like, "Nah, bro, I'm not feeling that." You know what I mean? So, like that's the shit that I'm saying. Like your words can affect your relationships. Now you know what I mean? Now you have a problem with it was supposed to be an ally, but he has to stand on business because now he's gonna look like a coon if he does anything different. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. I
It
mean,
could start a race war real quick. So, but
it's just like when people say that about Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? He's from Forest Projects.
right,
He's predominantly all black. You know what I'm saying? He was born and raised there. Like, of course, he's gonna say like that word because he's a product of his environment. That's
right.
he grew up in that fucking neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, again, man, you're a product of your like environment and like your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? So, he's been saying that for over 50 years. You know what I'm saying? And he's not gonna change now. You
Right.
know what I mean? But
You know what? But you know what? At the same time, my shit is not downloading it to get the Sauce Walker shit. But you know what? At a certain point, once you get around a certain environment, right? Like you said, you go to work where I know damn well you're not talking crazy,
oh
and then
no,
you go home.
I switch it up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. You know, on certain shifts, but for the majority, you gonna act civilized and talk, talk right. And then when you're around your neighbors or you in the shopping mall and PA and stuff, you might talk right. Once you elevate to a certain point, you might not want to talk a certain way. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And then when you
yeah.
hear yourself back, and OT, I don't know how old is he, but as you get older, bro, you do wanna because there's be times where I just be disgusted, like with my vocabulary, bro.
Yeah,
Just disgusted, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but that's me, you know what I mean? But
No. As you get older, you be like, hold on, wait. I can't be talking like this in the house, like with my kids too, because I don't want like my kids to feel it's okay to talk the way that I talk. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Because that's why I move them to this area. You know what I'm saying? So they could be, you know, raised a little bit better and different than what I grew up as. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta educate yourself a little bit, man. And
I'm
like
not saying that the way that like I grew up was bad, because no, I had a great time. I love everything about like my childhood and my upbringing, and I love each and every person that I grew up with, whether good or bad. I learned something from each and every one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that the way that I grew up like was bad, but I'm
but you
trying to
can educate yourself a little bit more and better
exactly,
around it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
exactly,
before we were learning on the fly. Now you can
right,
Google your symptoms and shit that happens with you and all of that. But
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I just like we were saying, like you gotta elevate. These are the don't wait to get canceled or be in a position where you're gonna lose millions or endorsements because of something that you say. And then it's like we have to educate, you know what I mean, the person that, back in the days, we didn't have really we couldn't be this close to our artists. They weren't that free to
right,
talk back in the days. So we had guidance counselors. Those were the people that, they had to talk to us. So these rappers now are these kids' guidance counselors. So now they have to figure out another way to get through to these kids other than drinking, smoking, and doing all of this, and learn how to speak, learn how to count your money. You're going through it. So you should be able to like channel that. Like this is the way you're supposed to act. That tough guy shit, it really nobody's really tough in that moment, bro, because even the tough guys get scared, bro.
yeah, yeah,
So that tough guy shit is you should only be a tough guy when needed. Because there's a bunch of niggas that go in situations. I've went to situations thinking I was with 10 tough guys and there was only 3. Thank God those 3 was the only ones that really mattered. But I've never met a
yeah,
clique of tough guys and they all
yeah,
stood tall, bro.
yeah. No, I mean, yeah, as you grow older and you get into certain spots, yeah, trust me, I've I've been in there when you know I thought I had dudes in back of me who's gonna
Yeah.
be on the same type of time like as me, and then when that type of time comes, it's just me like on that type of time. You know what I'm saying?
Peanut broke my
So,
nose. Peanut broke my nose, bro, because I thought I was holding down some tough guys.
right.
Peanut,
Yeah,
nigga. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
Peanut. Yeah, Peanut broke my shit, nigga. Like he broke my shit and had all reasons to break my shit, nigga. Broke my shit, Hive. I'm talking about nigga did the Luigi jump, the whoop, boom, had my shit spinning, my nigga.
damn,
And yeah,
nigga,
bro.
he made you lose some fucking
Oh no, let me tell you
like the
something, bro.
Sonic rings.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. That nigga knocked the Sonic and Mario rings out of me. But the only reason I'll give you this story is because that was probably one of the best fights I ever had. And I stood tall on that motherfucker. I lost. I lost because the nigga snuck me. But nigga, we fought. Nobody jumped in. And I gave the nigga everything I had, bro. I know that I went out and niggas, because when I came back to the block, niggas was like, yo, bro, you did your thing, bro. You never went down. No matter how much the nigga tried, he couldn't take you down. But Peanut, you remember Saint's big head ass? Saint was
Yeah,
acting big one day, and Peanut had ate somebody's food. And when Peanut ate their food, Saint got tough, and Saint was my sister's boyfriend. So nobody could fuck with my actual, family. But
right.
Saint thought he was like this Puerto Rican hitman, bro. You know what I mean? Like this nigga thought he was the toughest guy in the world, and for some reason he had a block of bums behind him. Niggas on 170, them little drunk niggas and shit on the block. Bums, nigga. I live there. I know these niggas, bro. Anyways, Some shit happened. I got in between them, and the look that I gave Pina, I thought I was giving him the look like, nigga, you know me. You know what I mean? I'm from the block, nigga. Fuck what they talking about. Back the fuck up. The nigga gave me that look like, all right, nigga, back. Right? So, you know, like some shit is happening. It's a bunch of niggas talking and bullshitting, and it's like 4:00 in the morning in the summer. And I'm just trying to make sure that my sister's good because Saint is out there wilding. And I'm thinking like some shit is about to pop up. Anyways, it finally comes down. Everybody's about to, split up. I make sure that my sister's good, and I'm about to leave the block. Now, when I leave the block, Hob, all I heard was, and I just look up to the star. And yo, bro, in the sky in New York, bro, there's no stars. There's no stars up there. You could look up in the sky in New York right now. There's no stars. On this night, there were stars, my nigga. I'm not lying to you. I swear to God, there were stars that night, bro. And I don't know if it was the cartoon stars, but all I remember is it was a slow-mo, bro. I was walking, I heard footsteps, and then like I circled, looked up to the sky, and then everything just like circled real fast. And then the nigga hit me with the nicest 4-piece. Boom, boom, yo, I'm talking about rocking my shit. I put his shirt over his head. I gave him the business. The nigga was trying to throw me around. When I tell you I was knocked, after that day, by the way, I had to spend the night in the hospital. My nose was broke. I was so mad, and it was all for a nigga that was just pump faking. It was all for a nigga that he watched me get snuck and didn't even say, yo, let my brother, just wait, chill, hold on. Nah, you snuck my nigga. Let him get his. Like, nah, he didn't even do that much for me. You feel me? So watch who you keep around you. Stop acting tough in 2025 because niggas is shooting and doing the most. You know what I mean? So,
damn, crazy.
Yeah, that was the story of the day, man. We got so much more of those, bro. I got a couple of. I ain't lose too much, but nigga, I got a couple stories, man. It's hilarious, but yeah, man. Anything in sports? I mean, yeah, we had.
So today's the start of NBA free agency, and I just got a pop up that the Mavericks just signed D'Angelo Russell.
I think I'm a Mavs fan, bro. I know you've been getting the little fanatics with the Cooper flag with the hat and the jersey.
Yeah.
So the Mavs is looking real nice.
So that's a good move because it gives Kyrie Irving like some more time to just chill, and while D'Angelo Russell, he's gonna hold it down. And then when Kyrie comes back, then Russell could be like the sixth man.
So was the Luka trade worth it?
I mean, I don't think the trade itself was worth it. I think the Mavs could have got a lot more than what they got. But the Mavs got lucky because they got a flag. You know what I'm saying? They got real lucky. They got real lucky.
Quote unquote. We doing air quotes on that, man. You're not telling me that you give up a franchise player like Luka and then all of a sudden you get the number 1 pick for Cooper Flag. Yeah. Sorry, no. That jersey looked fire though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's one trade. I mean, there's a lot of little small trades that have been happening. And like the Rockets just signed Finney Smith, which is a really good pickup. And like the Rockets are trying to make moves, man.
Yeah, man. Between the Rockets, Magic, and the Mavs, yeah, bro. I see this year like people,
and like the Rockets just signed Clint Capella too.
So and you got to think about this too. There's no Halliburton. There's no Tatum. You know what I mean? There's none of there's no real shooters out there now this year. So the motherfucking the coasts are open, bro. Especially the East. The East is open, wide open, bro. It looks crazy for the Knicks right now, bro.
Oh, and like the Pistons just signed Karis LeVert, so that's a pretty good signing. Wow, Luke Cornett, bum ass Luke Cornett, just signed with the San Antonio Spurs.
Let's go. The Spurs need to
Um,
make something happen, man. I don't
and
know. The Spurs
um,
need to make something happen this year, man. Who you
what
got
else?
though, man? I mean, I know you're gonna go with the Knicks, but who do you got that you feel like is gonna be red hot this year coming in?
I don't see. Well, I see like the Pistons being like a year better. Um, I see the Pistons being better. I see the Knicks being better, of course. I see like the Rockets are going to be good up on
Yeah.
the West. Like the Nuggets are like always in there.
Now, is the Knicks gonna be good, or is it just that the East is just gonna be that weak?
I think a little bit of both. I think if they keep the team the way it is, then they have a full year of like experience up in their belt to even be better for next year. So I think up in that way, yes. And of course, like the Pacers are not gonna be as good. Or maybe not. You know what? I'm not truly like
That bench,
convinced.
man. That bench is
Yeah.
good without him, bro.
I think I think if the Pacers sign a veteran point guard, they'll be up in the mix as well.
Well,
So
I, I don't know, man, because Tatum and Halliburton is gonna be out for the whole year. That's a guarantee.
now
The
now a
whole
team
year.
now a team like the Celtics, yeah, the Celtics are not gonna have a good
Nothing.
year.
What you
But
got? What you got for Philly?
oh yeah, Philly. I mean, of course, it all depends on the health of Joel Embiid and
Oh my god.
Paul George, which
Podcast P.
which is asking for a lot. But they have a couple of young players in there that are ballers. So, Philly's gonna be in the mix, but I think that we all are gonna find out early if they're gonna make noise or not.
Here's the thing. Cavs started out 14, 15 games straight, then went another 16, then went another 14 straight. I don't care about what y'all niggas do in the beginning. I want to see more aggressive to the hole. I want to see more big man shit. I want to see something else other than the three. You know what I mean? Like I don't care
No,
about what you do in the beginning.
but the Cavs made a huge trade this past week.
Yeah.
They got Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball, man. I love Lonzo Ball, man. He
I
just,
don't know how I feel about it
he,
though, bro.
he's just been, hurt with these fucking injuries, man. But
I feel like
I think
I
he's
feel
still
like
young and he still got like a lot of basketball left, man. And he's perfect for that team. He's absolutely perfect for that team because he doesn't like demand like the ball, and he's gonna make like the right passes.
I hope. I'm not gonna lie, like you said, he's injury prone. And to me, bro, the Cavs went from a 2K stat from a 91, and to me, it went down to 89 with ball.
Nah, no way, man. No way.
I,
Ball is gonna be like the difference maker. Now, if I was the Cavs, I would trade Darius Garland for a nice wing type of player. Hey, if I was them, I'll 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 knock on the Celtics door to see maybe if they get rid of Jalen Brown.
I mean,
Imagine that.
bro.
Lonzo Ball with Mitchell and Jalen Brown in the wing.
I mean, you already know the Cavs
with
is
Eric Mobley and
the
Jared.
Cavs
Oh,
is the home
God.
team. The Cavs is the home team. You know what I mean? Like, I was about to go, to Indiana and like be out there in the Taliban, but I think I'm just gonna stick at the home team and shit, man. And
That's why it don't matter about what you do up in the regular season. Like you could go just like the Golden State Warriors or what 73-9 and like fucking those dudes like didn't even win the chip.
right,
Feel
right,
me? So it don't matter. It matters in the playoffs, and if your team is built for the playoffs.
right.
You know what I mean?
So let me ask you something else before we head out of here, real quick. I know that you're not really a New York Giant fan, but
no,
what do you think about neighbors and Odell Beckham being on the opposite sides?
I mean, Beckham. I mean,
Or is it 2 years too late?
yeah, man. I mean, Beckham hasn't been the same since he got hurt in the Super Bowl.
Which he won.
Fucking with the Rams. You know what I'm saying?
Which he won.
Yeah, but he hasn't been the same since. You know what I'm saying? But if the Giants win 4 games like fucking this year, it's gonna be a lot because like their
You're
schedule
crazy, yo,
is
bro.
the
You're
toughest
mad
schedule.
disrespectful.
Like the Giants have the toughest schedule in the league. There ain't
You gotta understand. We got Russell Wilson. We got motherfucking what's
What
the
the
nigga
fuck does that mean?
neighbor? Bro, stop, bro. Stop.
What does that
We
mean?
already we put respect on the nigga name. All right. He went from Sierra's boyfriend
Oh,
and he
now,
worked.
right?
Nah, bro. I mean, yo, we did this before he came to New York. Like you know what I mean? So until he proves me different, and I know that we are working with something and that we have future quarterbacks and we're working with a line now, like hell yeah. Abdul Carter is gonna show what the fuck it is with Dexter Lawrence and yo, bro. It feels like at least we're gonna go at least get at least 7 games.
Oh, no way.
At
Listen,
least 7 games,
listen,
bro.
like your first game is against like the Commanders. That's a L. Then you got like the Cowboys. That's a maybe. Then you got the Chiefs. That's a L. Then you got the Chargers. That's a L. Then you got the Saints. That could be a win, like for you guys.
Yo, bro, you're crazy,
Then,
bro.
then after that, you got the Eagles. That's a L. Then you got the Broncos. That's a maybe.
We're gonna win that one.
Then you got the Eagles again. That's another L. Then you got the Niners. That's a L.
Yo, bro, I'm not betting on none of these games.
You better not. You better not. And then you got the Bears.
Yo.
Okay, like the Bears, it may be like a W. So that's 2 wins so far. Yeah, then you got like the Packers, that's a L. The Lions, that's a L. You got like
I mean, you never know, bro. It's a different game,
Patriots.
bro. It's
Then you got the Patriots, that might be a W for you guys. So that's 3 wins. And then you got like the Commanders again. That's a L.
We're gonna win 7 games, bro.
Then you got the Vikings. That's a L. Then you got like the Raiders. That might be a win. So that's 4. That's 4 wins. And then you
Yo,
got
so
like
you telling me I can't squeeze in 3 maybes? You telling me out of your 4 guarantees, I can't squeeze in at least 2 or 3 maybes? Nah.
yeah. I mean,
With Dallas Commanders and Dallas Commanders and the fucking Broncos, we're gonna win for sure.
you're not
One of
beating
those.
the Commanders this year.
I'm telling you, bro. It's our first game. Russell has something to prove. I don't think he loses his first game as a Giant, bro.
I think by game 4, the Giants make a quarterback move and put in a Dart like in there.
Damn, you just skipped Jameis?
To be honest, I don't think the Giants are sold like on fucking Jameis, because if that was the case, then they
He's
I
not
get
2?
huh?
He's not 2? He's not
I
number
don't
2?
think so. I don't think like the Giants are treating him like as a number 2.
Nah.
I don't think so. I don't think the Giants are treating him like as a number 2. I think they want to put like this rookie in there like already.
So is he like collateral or some shit? Like, is he just like some like trading? Like him and DeVito's gonna get up out of here? Like,
I don't know. I doubt the Giants go into training camp with 4 fucking quarterbacks. So I'm sure that Tommy Cullitz is gonna go to the practice squad. And but
that's
I
sad.
don't think the Giants are treating like a Jameis Winston as
I
a
mean, he
number.
got a 2-year deal. Russ got a 1, so Russ is 1 for now. Jameis does 2 next year. Maybe does half a season because of his interceptions, and then Dart goes in maybe like 4 or 5 games in.
When the Giants are 0-4, like fucking this year, they gonna
What the fuck? Like,
they gonna bench Russell Wilson and put in Dart. I'm telling you.
yo, bro, you're bugging, bro. You really think that my niggas just got the fucking number 1, 2, 3 pick, and you think we ain't about to really put work on this line? You really think we gonna go 4-0, 0-4, bro? That's crazy.
Looking at the schedule,
No, I don't want to hear nothing about bro. I don't trust these niggas no more. This ain't our these ain't our people, bro. Like these motherfuckers ain't the same.
all right,
All right, they come, they.
all right. I might give you 1-3. I might, and that's with the Cowboy game, and that's at Dallas.
I don't know, bro. I don't give them that one. I give them the Commanders. I'll give them one of the Eagles, maybe the first, maybe the second, if we're rocking.
Saquon is gonna rush for over 200 yards in both of those games.
Saquon is gonna get hurt. He's on the Madden. He's on the Madden fucking cover. He's gonna get hurt. I'm not worried about him this year. Whether it's this year or next year, Saquon is bound to get hurt, bro.
You guys are gonna be 0-4. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Let's check this down, folks.
Yeah, we could bet another jersey on it. The Giants gonna win at least 1.
0-4 this year.
We could bet another. I'll bet the jersey and the fucking shorts to the fucking thing with the cap, nigga. Stop playing, nigga. Giants is not gonna go 0. I swear to God, if the Giants go 0-4, bro. If the Giants go 0-4, I'm gonna become a Dallas fan, and then that's it, bro. I'm over it, bro. Well, there you fucking have it, guys. Giants will not be 0-4, but the Knicks will be bumped out before the fucking playoffs. That's for sure. We could almost guarantee that. Well, not this year.
Getting a chip next year, man. I'm telling you.
I believe it this year. This year, because everybody's fucking hurt. Let's see if everybody on your end could stay healthy, and I think y'all got it. I really do. It's wide open, bro. Pause.
Yeah,
Do you think SGA runs it back?
yeah. I mean, why not? Why not? Like the team is young, and they gonna be around for a long time, and they only gonna get better. That's the scary part. Like Jalen Williams is like 21. He's 21, and if SGA is what 2026.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be around for a long time.
I
So
hope,
it's gonna
man.
be tough, like to beat them.
These niggas gotta stop wearing low tops, man.
Yeah, man.
Why hasn't the league created a sneaker for the players specifically to wear?
Because there's way too much money involved now. So and like the players union like is involved now. So like fucking most of these guys get like endorsement money for wearing certain shoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, nah, bro. If it was me, bro, I'm smacking the logo on everything, bro. Of course, yeah, bro. But I'm gonna wear the best sneaker for my motherfucking my ankles, bro. Because there's no way that every nigga that's wearing zeros getting took out like this, bro.
no.
It's crazy.
Oh look, this just in Brooke Lopez just signed with the Los Angeles Clippers.
Brooke Lopez.
Brooke Lopez.
Does that really matter? I mean, it's cool, but what
Uh, and
Clippers
the,
is
and like the NBA just um added 10% to like the salary cap. So
oh
that's
my
good.
god. That's cool. That's
So
cool.
that's
Are they really gonna do the 4-point line? I'd rather they not.
no, I don't understand why they leave that to the Ice Cube League. You know
Yeah,
what
big
I'm saying?
three.
Like, come
Yeah,
on.
leave that to the big three, bro. Leave that to that
Yeah.
shit, bro. I'm cool on the you trying to make this fucking NBA more spicy and shit like that, bro. Uh how
I
could
just
real quick before we go, how could they make it better, bro? In your eyes, as a consumer, how could the NBA make it? Because this NBA finals was asshole, bro.
all right, yes, I wasn't a fan because of course like the Knicks weren't in there, but
Mhm.
if you really look at it, the last 9 champions have all been a different team. So I guess that's what we all wanted, just to have a fair type of system for like everybody could have a chance like to win. So I think the NBA is doing a great job. Really. Yeah, I think like the NBA is doing a really great job. Because when you look at it like in other sports, like let's say like in football, there's always a team that is super good and like everybody else is whack. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chiefs have won what 4 chips in the last 10 years or so. And there's teams that would never have a chance like to win, like the Raiders, the Jets. You know what I'm saying? So at least in the NBA, it's kind of a even type of system, like with most of the teams, like in there, like could have a chance and could win the chip. Look at like the Thunder. This is like their first year winning. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a good thing. I don't think they need to tweak anything. I think that they should bring back like the hand checking. You know what I'm saying? Instead of calling like these little bitch ass fouls, you know. I think that they should really try to get rid of like the All-Star game because that shit is trash. And I don't see how you make it better. Because there's way too much money involved, and like these players are from a different generation and they don't care like that. You know what I mean? So
Do you like white people's chicken? Because That is bland. Like these NBA shits is bland, bro. It's bland. I feel what you're saying, but I need some sazon. I need something to be in there. I need something, bro. And honestly, I don't know if it's like maybe you I don't know. I really don't know. I think maybe they should let the culture in a little bit more.
Well,
Maybe
let's give it a chance, because this upcoming year on NBC is gonna be a lot of like announcers there, like fucking Jordan is gonna be like a fucking commentator. um who else? Mello is gonna be like a commentator. uh Vince Carter is gonna be like a fucking commentator. So I'm really excited to see like what's gonna happen
it's
next
cool
year.
gimmicks. It's cool gimmicks, but I think once these guys take the sport serious again, we'll come back as fans. Because right now we're just looking for that guy, that consistent player or team, or like you said, it's been 9 different teams in the last couple years, and it
Yeah,
is what it is. But I mean, if these guys are gonna play the way they want, or show up when they want, or if they
but all right, me. I wasn't a fan of the Thunder, and I wasn't a fan of like the Pacers, but it did go 7 games,
right,
and that's what like the average fan wants to see.
right,
A game 7, fucking mano a mano, like the best team is going to win tonight.
yep.
And like that's what happened. And I mean, I don't think we could have asked for like anything more
And we
than
got
like
that.
what
And
happened.
we got the Thunder winning, SGA being MVP and everything. And we got Halliburton out of whatever. And we got a whole new season coming up, man. And it's gonna be interesting, bro. But we gave you a little bit of everything today, man. I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent. I'm gonna try, man. But let them know where they can find you at.
You guys can catch me right now on Instagram at jstorm300. Let's chat it up, and that's it. We move.
Yes, sir.
We just keep it moving. And a happy July. Like to like everybody out there. I hope like everybody's having like their picnics and barbecues and whatever you got going on.
Man. Eat our glizzies, man. Eat our glizzies, man. Shouts out to the sponsors, Podstar. Shouts out to the sponsors, Yatu Sabe Creations. Go get your teas, all of that, man. Shouts out to the new network we under plugged, man. We gonna stay plugged in this motherfucker, man. And shouts out to everybody that just been tuning in and out of everything from Twitch to Instagram to everywhere. Appreciate everybody, man. And we are out of here. Appreciate you. Happy 4th. We're out.
Sexy sounds and top music.
With Bro Loach.
Live in the building.